Welcome back to my channel. Oh man, well, if you've missed the last couple of videos, I am currently hiking the Tahoe Rim Trail with my friend Krissy. You see her? Yay! And if you've been following along, you'll know that it's been quite the ordeal. So much has happened in the first 2 days. We are in the morning of day 3, and of course, even more excitement. So, if you haven't caught up on the first couple episodes, I definitely would. There's definitely some storylines that weave through of all the things that have happened with water filters, my dog, all the things. So basically, as all of you know, my water filter was like the filter itself worked, but the bag, the squeeze bag, started like busting at all the seams, like broken all these different places, and no matter how much I could duct tape it, it still leaked pretty bad. So we've been using Krissy's water filter, which is one of the big bag filters, and it just drains with gravity, which is actually much more convenient. However, in the kerfuffle, Krissy loves when I use that word.
That's my favorite word.
In the kerfuffle of like getting Tabor sorted out, and you know, yesterday's whole thing, we didn't hike nearly as much as we planned because of her foot, and then we had to get her out to a road, and you know, all the things. Also, we've gotten updates in the last couple hours, and she's like so happy and just so chill and relaxed and just drinking water and all the things. So that made me feel really good to hear that. But anyways, in that kerfuffle, the actual tube to the water filter bag,
Part that purifies it?
Yeah, the part that purifies it got left either at the campsite, or it ended up, I don't know, it ended up somewhere not in Krissy's bag. So we are now left with just my like leaking water filter that like sprays all over you, where you have to be really like careful not to get the dirty water in with the clean water. But I will say, at least it works. At least it works. So day 3, already something else. We do have some miles to make up because of yesterday, and we're gonna try our best, but the whole water filter thing ended up taking us much longer to filter. We just filtered water at the last water source for about 10 miles. So yeah, and hopefully the next water source, which is a pump, is working on gut hooks. It says it is, but you never know. So anyways, that's where we're at. That's the update as of like where we are now and where I last left you. And yeah, I think for now we're just gonna try to put our head down and make those miles. So we will we'll chat again soon. Oh my goodness gracious, it is hot today. Krissy and I are taking a little reprieve in the shade, taking our shoes off. I'm realizing that I haven't really eaten that much. I feel like it's been so hot the last 3 days that like neither of us have had much of an appetite. So we're kind of like forcing some food down because we know that we need it. I will say, in our defense, we have been hiking so fast today. We had a couple of mishaps happen, like I told you about, but even with those, we, you know, even with getting Tabor dropped off at the highway crossing, and like our water filter mishap and having to use my like leaky one, like, which took a bunch of time, we have been crushing. Like it's, what is it? It's just after 1, and we've done already like 11 or 12 miles, which is amazing. I'm super stoked on that. And yeah, we're just gonna hang here in the shade a little bit. The turn to where the water pump is in like 3.5 miles, so that's probably like 5 more miles, and supposedly it's working. I'll just keep my fingers crossed, because even if gut hooks, you know, even though someone yesterday said it was working, like you just never know. But the one thing I will say, just to kind of follow up from these series of events, today it's been really sandy. Like the trail has been really sandy, And so again, this is the stretch between like the top of Mount Rose Highway, like over towards, you know, we're in between Mount Rose Highway and like Spooner, like almost right in the middle. And that sand is like radiating heat up, and so that the rest of the hike wasn't sandy like that. It makes me really glad that Tabor, that we decided to send Tabor home today, because I just feel like that would be really, really hard on her paws. So I just wanted to drop that in here for any of you guys who would be interested in that sort of information. But yeah, super, super sandy today, and like very hot sand. But overall, it's all like it's been mostly downhill, so it's been nice. We do have a little bit of a climb here before we get to head back down again, which is why we're taking some solace in the shade. Nice. I think you have to pump it and pull that up and just let it all pour. Yeah. Smart. Oh man. I've never been more excited to sit down. Also, the pump sign says that the water is potable, which drinkable, if you didn't know what that meant, which is so nice, so that we don't have to use my janky filter for this round. We still have to use it one more time before our resupply and we get my other filter delivered to us. But oh man, two-person operation. I am toasted. So we're bracing ourselves to get ready to leave the watering hole here, and I'm a little bit sad because we've made all these new friends today that we've kind of been hiking near, along, next to, like leapfrogging for the last 3 days. But if we continue on our, you know, accelerated path, we probably won't see any of them again, and that makes me really sad. I will say though, I've got my doggy fix with some of these people who are just doing like shorter section hikes. And also there was another friend that we had met like on the first day, I think, and she had her dog with her too, and she also had a family member come and pick up her dog in the same place we did. So I don't want to say it like makes me feel better to know that, but makes me feel less crazy for making that decision to send Tabor home for a little while. So anyways, the shade has been really nice. The abundance of water in this place has been really nice, but we still have some miles to crush today.
It all started with a feeling. It all started with a feeling. It all started with a feeling. It all started with a feeling.
So it's almost 8 p.m. Actually, it is basically 8 p.m. on the dot right now. And we're still hiking, but I am so glad that we decided to keep hiking and do this stretch at sunset. This was one of the most magical experiences of my life. Like, it was actually very easy to ignore how bad my feet hurt and like how sore my legs are and all those things, because every direction that you looked was just magical. Krissy and I both cried. We both cried.
A little kid right now.
We both cried because it was just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even, like, I can't even put words to it. But anyways, it's definitely much nicer to hike in this sort of temperature, and we got to get down to somewhere where we can actually camp, which is not here. And I think we'll for sure be hiking by headlamp for a little while this evening. But it was very, 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 very much worth it. It's amazing. Morning. Whew, we are like officially back in our groove after some kind of only minor setbacks. So obviously we were hiking kind of late in the evening yesterday, and it took us a while to find somewhere where we were allowed to camp, but we did set up in the dark, got going this morning, and had to fill up water for hopefully our last dry stretch. According to what we've been reading, this should be the last big stretch without water. So we had to fill everything up. But the bag to my water filter is just getting more and more messed up by the minute. And it took us like an hour to filter 2 liters of water each. And honestly, hiking uphill, we have 12 miles total to where we're gonna resupply, meet Krissy's husband, and he's gonna bring some jugs of water to make it a little easier. But yeah, 12 miles in the heat of the morning, hiking uphill with 2 liters we're gonna be ready. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna be ready for those gallons. But anyways, that's the update for now. We're just gonna put our head down, put down some miles, and enjoy the views. I have to interrupt all of the pretty views and panos to drop some truth on you guys. Everything hurts. Oh, definitely in the pain cave at the moment. Like, my feet are killing me, my quad, everything hurts. I'm so thirsty. We're like 2 miles away from the trailhead where Krissy's husband is gonna meet us with water, and then from there on out there's water like every 8 miles or less. But this is that last big dry stretch. And interestingly enough, like, even though today the hiking is probably some of the easiest hiking we've done, a lot of downhill, pretty mellow, I just, the accumulation of doing 75 miles or so in the last 3.5 days, it's definitely taking its toll. And the sun is very hot today. So even with shade, it's like every time you walk into a little bit of sun, you're just getting blasted. So anyways, I just felt like it was worth sharing, because although all of the views are amazing and it's definitely worth it, it's definitely hard, and I'm definitely having, yeah, today's physically been the hardest day, even though the hiking hasn't been the hardest, just because everything hurts, the accumulation of it all. So we've decided that we might add on an extra day so we can slow down our pace just a little bit and take a little pressure off of ourselves. Sorry, it's a little windy, but still undecided. So I'll keep you posted. But yeah, that's it for now. All right, so obviously I'm in a car, and many of you are probably wondering how I ended up here and why. In our last stretch, I mean, obviously you guys heard me, we were pretty beat up there, so we were definitely feeling it. And of course, in that sluggish, kind of slumping around feeling, Krissy got her ankle like stuck between a couple rocks and kind of rolled her ankle. We don't think it's anything serious, but her husband was meeting us today for a resupply, and it seemed to make some serious sense to take a night off the trail for her to rest her ankle, and my body's cool with that. So we're gonna get some sushi and take a shower, and then the plan is just to get dropped back off at the trail in the same place we got picked up today. So really nothing changing all that much, except that we get to sleep in a nice bed and get a shower, and hopefully she can rest up her ankle, and then we back at it. It feels really good. I'm not gonna lie, it feels good to sit. And I know that we'll be able to charge a little bit harder with some more rest. So stoked on it. So can you smell us?
Yes.
I'm gonna waft it.
The answer is yes.
We smell good, right?
Oh, stop doing that.
Oh, wow. I can smell it back here. It's wafting.
No.
Oh, stop. Oh, stop. Rough. Rough. It really wasn't part of our plan to come back and sleep at the house one of the nights, but with Krissy's ankle, and we were just so beat up, we felt like it'd be a good idea. But one of the perks is that we get to like kind of reprogram ourselves based on what we needed. So obviously I'm trading out filters. This is obviously a much bigger filter. This is one of those bag filters that we were using Krissy's from before. I had one for my van. This is being retired. The back part of this and all of its duct tape ways that didn't actually seal anything is being thrown away. And my food is so different. I totally ended up not eating at all how I had planned. So it was so much easier packing food for the second half of the mission, which is super cool. But anyways, it's still light outside, but I'm finally like feeling tired after 3 nights of not getting very good sleep. So I think we're gonna get some good sleep tonight, and then we're just gonna go right back to the trail. We're leaving at 6 a.m. and we'll start hiking right where we left off. So I think this is the perfect time to end this vlog, and I will catch you all in the next one. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all on the next episode.